Hello everyone. So welcome to module 3.2 of unit 3. In this whole module, we are going to discuss about managing the data privacy and security risks of generative AI. We will understand what these risks are and how you can manage the risks of generative AI in software testing. So 3.2 module is around more of data privacy and security risks. So what exactly the data privacy and security risks of generative AI are in software testing? Gen AI introduces a lot of risks around the data privacy and security. Many reasons are there for it. First thing is handling of the sensitive information. For example, you have the user credentials, you have the financial data. For example, you are using generative AI in banking industry. If there are no regulations and you are using generative AI that is hooked up in your existing systems, it might pull up the user credentials when you are trying to fetch the data, for example, the customer data, the financial data. So that's a big sort of risk. Then potential vulnerabilities in the LLM powered test infrastructure. The LLM, the model itself might have some vulnerabilities which can impact the overall. When you have this LLM model within premise, even if it is within premise, it might pose a threat due to those vulnerabilities. If you are using a cloud-based solution, obviously you have to make sure that what is the data retention policy of the cloud infrastructure where your data is being stored, right? So that is another potential risk. Then you have the risk of the data breaches, unauthorized access, or exposure to confidential data. Mostly in the case of the cloud infrastructure, and even in on-prem, the breaches might happen. So testing often involves realistic or production-like data, which is the major reason why generative AI, if it has access or it gets access to the existing system and existing data, it might compromise that sensitive information. Any leak can compromise the trust, compliance, and system integrity. So these are some of the risks around data privacy and security. Examples of data privacy and security risks: for example, AI generates the test cases using real customer data, which is privacy violation. LLM logs contain the API keys or the password, which is a big security risk. So whenever you are using generative AI in software testing, you have to make sure that the data privacy, security risks are well thought of. And even if the model is on premise or the cloud-based solution is being used, it is well thought of and you are aware and cautious when using generative AI in software testing. So we'll understand all of the data privacy and security risks and how to mitigate all of these in this whole module. Thank you. I'll see you in the next tutorial.